Hello, beautiful people, and thank you for joining my channel tonight. I actually wanted to share with you some important information that I used to help me get out of my depression when I was going through it, and I actually incorporated it in a book that I wrote a few years ago. So I've been sharing this information a little, and I actually think that it's been helping some people. So I wanted to share it with you all in hopes that you too can receive some of the help that I received, or, some encouragement. So I want to start with the self-help exists chapter. I hope you all enjoy it, and like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy it enough. And let's get started. All right, so self-help exists. Reasonably to say, college is a great learning experience, but of course you get a break in the winter and summer. So during winter break, I started watching the channel, which is Oprah Winfrey Network. Thank God for channel 180. I watched Iyanla Fix My Life, Oprah's Life Class, Super Soul Sunday, all of them. Deepak Chopra, Tony Robbins, Brene Brown, and so much more. My spiritual journey and path to myself began here. The summer I was 23. Here, I will definitely share the session that has resonated with me. Iyanla Fixed My Life. Iyanla is one powerful, wise, strong Black woman who rocks. From watching her show and watching her on Life Class, here are some things that I learned from her. Take what you want from these next few steps and leave what you don't. No harm in that, right? Okay. So since this is an informative, a personal, helpful, inspirational, comical at times, empowering, uplifting mentorship between you and I, always remember that the journey itself is a spirit one, a soul-to-soul journey, an experience. So on July 21st, 2013, I remember watching a Life Class, but the most important thing that I can recall about that show was what she said. Ego, which is edging God out. I thought that was just so good. So I realized that maybe I should simmer down on the ego hiccups, and I started to take some notes. Why, you may ask? Well, according to Gary Zuka, I am a powerful, creative, compassionate, and loving spirit that can only happen with God. So my path was to the Earth School to sit at the seat of souls and do my spirit work. Yay! So spirit work simply means an emotional awareness, allowing yourself to feel the emotions that you must. So anger, on the other hand, is the pain of powerlessness. It is depression, abandonment, and rejection. The root of powerlessness, which is negative thoughts of yourself, like you feel unlovable, you want to belong, but you don't. Maybe that's because you were meant to stand out. You feel unworthy, you want to love, but you can't. You're fundamentally deflected, intrinsically flawed. If someone sees you, the real you, you think that no one will want anything to do with you. But these are all fears. The bright side, or better yet, the golden rule, is you are responsible for what you create. You are in charge of what you create in the universe. And if you fail, it's 100% on you. And if you succeed, it's 100% on you too. So during this time, I was suffering with a lot of pain and anger. These classes began my healing process. I did say that this was the start of my healing process of my own deep-seated issues I harbored from my childhood infractions. So the next life class I also found interesting, and I wanted to listen to it and take notes. I guess the purpose of that, I know now, is to share my notes with you or whoever is reading or hearing this information that needs to hear it just like I did in that moment. My belief is that it is empowering to share information and knowledge to my beloveds. I did mention before about the effects on children from the loss of pain or having a father or mother missing in their life. And since I once too felt a lot of these ways and understand the turmoil, I'm sharing this with you in hopes that it can help and heal some part of you, at least a start. So, Dr. Steve Perry mentions something called self-mutilation comes in the form of promiscuous. I want to stop there for a little bit, and I think that I want to explain that a little bit. So, self-mutilation comes in the form of promiscuity, right? I think that what he was trying to say at that point was when we try to find love and we're looking for love, a lot of times we look for it in the wrong places. Not to sit here and say that there's anything wrong with having sexual encounters because, we're grown, hey. But I also think that some of the times when we don't sit in the issue and try to get over it, we kind of try to cloak it with finding love or finding someone else to kind of ease the pain. And because you're easing the pain, you're not dealing with the pain. So therefore, you go into this next relationship and then you bring it with you. And that's like unhealthy. That's unhealthy because instead of you dealing with the issue that you have, you create another issue by trying to overcompensate and run. So running from the pain doesn't eradicate it, but creates more because now you're looking for love from this person to make up for that, but they can't. They didn't do it. They didn't go through it. You did. And so I think we need to definitely work on healing our pain and healing our heartbreaks before we create another situation. Okay? All right. So healing fatherless pain or motherless pain. And this is motherless pain. And this is from childhood. Because I do know that as a society, we definitely suffer from a lot of pain from our parents that we sometimes still have as adults because they're unresolved issues. So this is how you can try to resolve some of those issues. So 1 is tell the truth, the absolute truth. 2, give up a story, the one that you made in your head. 3, forgive yourself for what you thought about yourself because it's not your fault, okay? These are definitely important, and I think we all should try to work on that, myself included. This is why I wrote the books. I'm a part of this. Don't think I'm trying to point anybody out. The 3-step plan. So 1 is to reclaim yourself. 2, redefine yourself. And 3, recreate yourself. So we can start with mantras, and I'll give you some that resonated with me that I enjoyed, which was, I am strong, I'm secure, I'm healthy, I look forward to the future, I am confident, I am talented, and you can repeat this mantra whenever you need to until it works. God still loves you and is your father. So you can say, I am the daughter or son in whom God is well pleased. Believe that and love yourself, always. Be honest with yourself. Know what you want and how you feel, and it is okay to not like everything in your life, but it is what you do with the experience that makes it different. So, a quote from Iyanla Vanzant is, the level of emotional dishonesty becomes the filter through which we live our lives. That is so good. And I definitely think that we should focus on how we live our lives through what filter. Another quote is, if you lower your standards, you're worse than alone. You create a liability. Then pick up a dependent in a mate. Oh, Jesus, that was good. It's always good to deal with your issues before creating an unhealthy relationship of any kind, right? That is very self-explanatory. Some positive reinforcement, love yourself mantras. Now, all these things are in this book, and if you're interested, you can just message me and I'll work it out for you. So a love yourself mantra. You can say, I am focused, I am creative, I am disciplined, I am valued, I am beautiful, I am blessed, I am victorious, and I am grateful. You don't have to believe it at first, but try to repeat it as much as you can so you will believe it. Trust me, it works. And sometimes when battling with the troubles of life, whether it be love, your parents, your lack of parents, school, friends, enemies, or whatever it might be, you must always have a safe place to go to turn. However, no matter what, you must always break yourself into positive enforcement. Most of all, love yourself. Love yourself, okay? So I think that this was just a little icebreaker. I definitely wanted to introduce my book because it has such great information and a lot of self-help motivation, which is what I believe that we all need in our society today. And I want to share that with you. I love you all. I hope you liked it. I hope you comment. I hope you subscribe. I hope you like the video. And I also would like you to tell me what you did like, or if you find anything that helped you, resonated with you, or if there's anything else that you feel like you want to hear. However, I am definitely sharing my book and I want to share more with you. So I'll make a next video after this. So keep watching. I'm Shanti Love and I love you.